Our next presenter is Gilray Densham. Mr. Densham's innovation is Black Tracks by Cast Systems. It's an intelligent lighting solution that tracks in real time with 6 degrees of freedom, including 3D and rotation, sending information to controllers on robotic equipment. It's very cool. Gil is the 2016 recipient of the $25,000 David E. Mitchell Award of Distinction, and he'll tell how he combines innovation and creativity to allow all types of shows to become more creative and efficient than ever before, bringing visions to life on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gilray Densham.
Thank you very much, Ron. Can you all hear me out there? Because I can't hear myself. Okay, thank you. I'm very proud to be up in front of you all. I will tell you that I'm very nervous to be up here, so if I speak incorrectly, just bear with me. This is about innovation. This is about thanking the Manning Awards for what they've done and what they are doing, and this is about putting Canadians on the map. We at CAST have achieved all of that. We tend to be very quiet about what we do, but the recognition we've got around the world says that everybody's looking at Canada. I'm from the entertainment industry, and the entertainment industry in Canada has done a lot of things that have reached out and gone into other industries around the world and made Canada famous. But we still sit here quietly about what we're doing. I came from England many, many years ago, 1975. I was a licensed electrician. My whole family was in entertainment. My brother was in movies, my dad was a film cameraman, my mother was an actor and a makeup artist. So I was determined to get into TV. I walked into CBC in 1975 and talked myself into a job. I was with them for 20 years, went from being the lowest technician to the head of lighting design for the whole of Canada, basically, doing all sorts of things. During that time, we put CBC on the map. We did things at CBC that the rest of the world was looking at, and in the early days, we invented something called LX Move, which was a former of some software we're now selling, and I'll explain it. But CBC, in its own wisdom, decided that we shouldn't do that anymore. So I gave them a year's notice to that date, and during that year, started a company, started developing, and a year later delivered a product called WYSIWYG to the marketplace. I'm talking about WYSIWYG because it will help you understand where Black Tracks is and what it does. WYSIWYG is a lighting design pre-visualization software in 3D that in your computer you can actually see and cue and build your show before you get there. So if I said to you, or if I ask a question, what shows have you guys seen? I think I can answer it that you've already seen my products working. If you've seen any Olympics opening and closings, if you've seen the Game of Thrones, the list goes on and on and on. We are, as we say, the Kleenex of the industry in pre-vis with our WYSIWYG software. It allows people to see exactly what it's going to be before it gets to the show part, before money is spent. But the software enabled to do that has to understand a lot of things. It has to understand what a light is, what a robotic light is, all the characterization of what all these different devices do, how they do it, how they output, how they cover. And we also allow people to design their lighting setups within the software. So by the time they use with the WYSIWYG software, they come out with plots, plans, prices. They come out with the idea and understanding of how much power they're going to use, and their show is finished before they even get to install the show. We've expanded WYSIWYG over the years. We won an Emmy in 2001 for what it did for lighting only, and we've expanded it into a production suite of lighting, multimedia, moving scenery, and everything to do with the show, so it now is a complete production design suite. I had another idea after WYSIWYG. This is where what we call the grim determination kicks in, the innovation kicks in, and off you go to try and make something happen. Started building something called Black Box, which is a communication system. I'm sorry, but this is where it gets deep, and it takes a lot of time to understand it. This was a communication system unlike anything anybody had seen. Started building and showing this at trade shows and frightening people. It was about communicating through the virtual world with all real-world controllers. So a lighting console plugs in, a motion console plugs in, audio plugs in, and everybody through the virtual world can take and give information to each other, something that had never been seen before. This meant that the person that owned the WYSIWYG and black box system understands everything about that show that's happening real-time live. There was only one problem. The problem was I knew everything about everything except where the humans were. So again, you do what you do, you go out looking, you try to find somebody that could provide a system to track humans on a stage to fulfill the last piece of the puzzle for my black box system. Spent 3 years, looked at so many tracking systems that it was ridiculous. And in fact, I should get into the slides, but I'll just finish this very quickly, and I'm running out of time already. But spent many, many years trying to find a tracking system, finally gave up, couldn't find anything that was viable, walked away and discussed in April 2010, very depressed, very upset, and 2 months later hit my head against a wall and said, these are the words, if we can't find it, we're going to build it. That's when we built our tracking system, and the tracking system is what you guys are giving me the award for today. It allows us to track people around on stage. It allows us to know exactly where they are with less than a quarter-inch accuracy or more than a quarter-inch accuracy. And it allows us to communicate to all the robots which are involved in entertainment. And if I say robots, I'm talking about robotic cameras, robotic lights, sound systems that can put the sound and place sound in a venue. And it allows it all to happen real-time live. But today, our BlackTrax tracking systems are out on so many shows, removing a lot of manpower, and I'm sorry, I have to apologize for that, but adding a new type of manpower, and it's called the BlackTrax technician, and these are now super technicians. These aren't the follow spot operators that just point a follow spot at somebody and fall asleep during the show. These are people that know everything about all the different devices and systems that are on a show so they can hold it all together, put it together, design it, and run it. So we are giving back, we are delivering, we are efficient, and we are Canadian. We've done something that is viable, it is out, it is selling, and it is used on many, many shows. So for instance, if anybody saw the Muse tour that went through here recently, or Carrie Underwood, or Toruk, or many other shows, they're all done efficient now. They're all done with less equipment, and they're all done with better repeatability, more efficiency, less manpower, and they're all traveling and touring the world. And we're in not only just touring shows, but we're also in venues permanently built in. We're in museums. We're all over the place. So before my 30 seconds runs out, this isn't what it's all about. What it's about is that somebody in the entertainment industry is delivering a product that's going to get into the robotics industry. It's going to drive robots in the future. It's going to make robots intelligent. If I talk about the Terminator, I'm sorry. We know that what we're doing will lead towards machines taking over. You're all laughing, and I'm sorry again, but it is where we're going. Thank you.